at Metro and we want to ask Danny how to make the perfect cappuccino. Danny, how do I make the perfect cappuccino?
The first step in making the perfect cappuccino is your beans.
Okay.
Freshness of beans is the most important part. And to give you an idea of what goes into making a cappuccino, you need to get the grind right. Grind is the most important part of actually making coffee, because if you make the grind too coarse, the coffee comes through too quickly and the oils doesn't extract the oils correctly. If you make it too fine, that doesn't push through the water doesn't push through the coffee, and you get a very bitter, burnt taste of coffee. When you get the perfect grind, it comes through within 27 seconds, which we're going to try to show you now. We switch on the grinder. Obviously, it's been preset. Always only grind enough that you're going to use now. Otherwise, coffee itself, once it sits in, it gets oxygen to it, it starts actually turning rancid and starts getting bitter very quickly and losing its smell. Okay. We take a portafilter, which should be clean, it should be hot. It comes straight out of the machine. We fill it up with coffee. We actually overflow it. The reason we do this is because we don't want any gaps in the portafilter when we're actually extracting coffee, because water takes the path of least resistance and it will find any crack that is in the coffee. When you feel it, it will have a very, very powdery and a grainy feel. Yes. That's when you know you're pretty much on the right track. Okay. You scrape off the top, because you don't want all the excess, but now we've got enough to cover most of it. Okay. We take a tamper, which is a very heavy object, which is basically to compress the coffee so that when you extract it, it pushes through. You push down with about 25 kilos of force. You give it a knock so it breaks all the cracks up. And you push it through again. And then you give it a little shine. So if there's any things on the top there, you can see there. Okay. And it's pretty much straight. There's a little. Okay. We whack the machine once, so we get some hot water flowing through so that the temperature is correct already. Okay. It should take between 5 and 7 seconds for the coffee to actually start coming out. Okay. If it takes longer, then you know your grind's wrong. If it takes shorter, then you know that the grind is too coarse. Okay. And you should see, as it comes through, yes. It will come making like a little rat's tail, like kind of little thing that flows down through. The right cup to use is a 180 ml cup for a cappuccino, and for a latte between 250 and 270. There you go. You can see there, it's got that nice chocolatey colour to it, and you can smell it. It's got that nice. Smells great. See, if we swirl it, we can see the crema. That's where all the coffee taste comes from. Yeah. The top part of it. That should be rich and dark in colour. Okay. If it's too light, then it's come out too quickly. If it's too dark, where it's actually no crema on top, then it's come out too quickly. Okay, the next step is to froth the milk. The best, always use cold milk. Okay. The colder the milk, the more time you have to froth it. Purge your steam one, because you've got built up water in condensation in there already. Put the nozzle just in the milk enough so you hear a hissing noise. You want to create a swirling effect. Give the jug a knock or two if there's excess bubbles on the top, and just give it a little swirl so the froth actually stays wet. You then take a spoon, so we stop the froth from coming into the cup straight away, and we pour slowly so that you don't create bubbles, and you want the crema to stay on top. Okay. And then we scoop off. Do you want it to be micro bubbles? You don't want any excess air in the bubbles, in the froth. Froth that's got a lot of air in it is tasteless.
I know, I've had it before. It's not really nice at all.
And there you have
the perfect cappuccino. It's great, Danny.
There you go.
Perfect.